morning, wet shavers, coffee lovers, and podcast listeners everywhere. It's MarkWithGeorgeTune.com. It's time for another second cup. So grab a cup of coffee, kick back, relax, put in those earbuds, adjust that speaker volume, and let's talk some wet shaving and a few other things in podcast form. What is Second Cup? Well, Second Cup is a podcast that will give you some additional information that didn't make the Monday morning mailbag deadline. This might be something that is time sensitive. For instance, a sale that could be ending before the next Monday morning mailbag hits the airwaves, or a piece of late-breaking information that viewers have passed along that is equally time sensitive, or something else regarding the wet shaving world that needs to be broadcast in a timely fashion. And we'll also have some time to chit-chat and discuss some other things like coffee, movies, streaming shows, books, that sort of thing. So thanks for tuning in to Second Cup. And I hope you subscribe to the podcast, where you can also find episodes of the Monday Morning Mailbag in podcast form. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. We'll get the show underway in just a moment. Thanks for joining me. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the April 27th, 2026 episode of Second Cup. How are you this morning? Wait a minute, where's my coffee? Hang on, let me get my coffee. 1 minute. Okay, there it is. I had it over by my Keurig machine. I had to pause the broadcast and walk over there and get this wonderful cup of hot coffee. Hang on 1 minute. Let me get a sip. Hang on. Oh, yeah, that's terrific. And the mug we're using, you've never seen this mug before. I picked this up on my trip up to Adrian, Michigan. This is an Ohio mug that I picked at the Blue Heron Refueling Plaza along the Ohio Turnpike. That's the last plaza before exit 39, which is where I get off to head north then into Adrian, Michigan. It's a really easy drive for me. Actually, as I pull out of my development, I make a left and head south, and then I hit the turnpike. It's right there on 44. And then I head west on the turnpike, and I keep going until I hit exit 39. And then all I have to do is, loop around and then make another left, which would put me heading north. And I go straight into Adrian, Michigan. It's a really easy drive. So I avoid a lot of the downtown traffic through Cleveland and the inner belt and some of the other highways. It's all turnpike driving except for Route 44, and I think it's Route 109 going into Adrian, Michigan. So a really, really nice, easy drive. But before I get to exit 39, I stopped at the Blue Heron Plaza, Refueling Plaza, and really, really nice place. Gassed up my little truck, went inside, to use the facilities and that sort of thing, and looked around a little bit, walked into the gift shop, and I saw this Ohio mug there, and I thought, hey, that's really, really nice. I'll grab this as a little memento for stopping at the Blue Heron Plaza. Really, really terrific. And we are enjoying, once again, Kirkland Summit Roast Keurig Cup coffee here. Hang on, one more sip. Hang on. Oh boy, do I need that. And you could probably hear I've got a little bit of sinus going on, and that developed on my way home. I don't know exactly what's going on. It might be the changing temperatures. It's been warm and then cold and then warm again and then cold. It's just the April weather we've been having is my guess. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But it was a terrific, terrific meetup. As Abane Samant mentioned to me, there's a lot of energy in the room this year. If you were there, please send us a message and let us know if you got the same vibe. A lot of energy. Everyone was just happy to be there. A really, really good crowd. And as I mentioned in the description of this morning's Monday morning mailbag, we did our best to visit with as many artisans as possible throughout the day. My apologies to Zingari Man and Shannon Soaps. Our paths just didn't cross this time around. We also had a wonderful visit with Through the Fire Fine Crafts, but unfortunately, that footage couldn't be recovered. It looks like that my phone wasn't recording at the time or the clip was accidentally lost. I'm truly sorry we couldn't include them in this episode. And if I do find that footage of Through the Fire Fine Crafts, we'll run it sometime down the road. Here's something else I learned about my camera phone, is that you have to make sure that the frame rate is at a constant 30 frames per second, that the codec has to be a specific kind of codec. So you're either running at 30 frames per second or 24 frames per second. It has to be at a constant frame rate. And again, that codec has to be a specific kind of codec. And it's better to record in HD rather than some of the higher resolutions from what I've been learning. I mean, that's neither here nor there, but you have to match up the correct codec with the correct resolution that you're recording at. So if I'm in HD at 30 frames per second, it has to be a constant, steady 30 frames per second. And I have to have that specific codec for 30 frames per second, or none of that footage can translate correctly into my editing program. And I learned this last month when I was out and about recording some footage for, when I was out recording footage of some storm damage that we had when we had some big winds roll through, and I was recording footage of downed trees and that sort of thing. Well, when I imported it into my editing program, it wouldn't play. And I did a little research and I learned that my camera did not have the correct settings for that editing program. And I had to do some conversion and that sort of thing in order to get that on the Monday morning mailbag. And luckily, I made sure that the camera settings were set so that when I recorded all the Maggard Meetup footage, it could translate and be imported into my editing program correctly. So that's what happened. I'll give you a little inside baseball. Hang on, let me get another sip here. Hang on 1 minute. Yeah, that's terrific. So I'll give you a little inside baseball. Friday night, or Friday afternoon after work, I started editing the entire Monday morning mailbag, and that took me well into midnight. And I had everything edited and all in place so that all I had to do was take the footage from the Maggard Meetup, edit that, and just drop it in place. So at midnight I turned in. I was up at about 6:30 a.m. the next morning, and then on the road at 8 a.m. I arrived in Adrian, Michigan at about 11:40 a.m. and just in time for the start of the Maggard Meetup. And again, a real whirlwind. A lot of energy, met a lot of great people there, a lot of great fellow wet shavers. Just had a great time. And then we went to Culver's for dinner. I got together with Abby, Greg, and Cress, and Larry from Larry Shaves and his wife came in a little later. Anyhow, the four of us were sitting at a booth, and it was really kind of funny because this young lady who was an employee at Culver's walked by our table and stopped and said, "Hey, are you guys with the wet shaving convention meetup that's going on right now?" And we said, "Yeah." She goes, "Oh yeah, I knew it was you guys. You know, we got a lot of those folks coming in with the meal vouchers." And I thought, wow, Culver's very, very popular place. But we had a great dinner there. And it was just nice to sit down and relax and have a great burger and just talk some wet shaving and a few other things with Abby, Cress, and Greg. And as we were getting ready to leave, I noticed that I was developing a little bit of a sinus cold for some reason. I don't know why. A little bit of a runny nose. And when I got home, boy, it was really bugging me. And I had to edit all that footage when I arrived home on Saturday. So I got home at about 8:15 p.m. and I didn't get everything edited. I didn't get done until about 11:30, 11:45, doing the render of all the footage from the Maggard Meetup. So the next morning, Sunday morning, after returning home from church, I pieced everything together. But yeah, my sinuses were bugging me. So if you have the same problem, maybe it's seasonal allergy, maybe it's just the weather going from hot to cold, back to hot again, whatever it is, here are a few things that I use that help me. And you can probably hear I'm a little nasal this morning, so I do apologize. The first thing I use is this Simply Saline nasal mist. This is Arm & Hammer's Simply Saline nasal mist. This is great. All this is just a saline water that you can mist, and it's a mist that you can inhale through your nostril. That'll help break up a lot of congestion. The other thing I use is North American Herb and Spice Sinew Orega. This is oregano, oil of oregano, but a specific kind of oil of oregano that is very, very good for kind of killing all the bugs and everything that might be up there. That's a nasal spray. That helps a great deal. And I also have this other one here, which is called Beekeeper's Nasal Spray. That is a bee propolis-based nasal spray, another natural remedy. That's very, very helpful. So I'm just passing this along in case you have the same kind of thing I have. You know, as spring rolls in, maybe it's a seasonal allergy that kicks in. You got to kind of get through it, or maybe it's just, the wear and tear of travel, that sort of thing. And the last thing I use is Manuka honey. This has got antibacterial, antimicrobial properties. Again, it's a natural honey. It's a little more medicinal in nature than regular honey. It comes out of New Zealand and Australia, and they have different ratings. I buy this one from Costco. It's from Comvita, and it's got a UMF of 12 plus or an MGO of 354, which is very, very good. It's a nice rating for the antibacterial, antimicrobial properties. So you might want to give some of those a try if you have the same kind of condition that I have. Just the changing weather, and all of a sudden, your allergies kick in or whatever it is. And I try to do everything first time around naturally and let my body kind of respond to it and heal itself, that sort of thing. So those are kind of my go-tos if I ever get into that situation, which I did this past weekend. But again, it held off until my drive home. And weather was pretty good driving up. I had some rain leaving Chardon, and then as soon as I got past Sandusky into Toledo, the rain cleared up, even though it was gray and overcast and about, 55, 60 degrees in Adrian, Michigan, something like that. Really, really nice, enjoyable temperature, especially inside and in that upper room at Maggard Razors. And then on my way home, again, after Toledo, we hit that really, really fine mist kind of a rain that was on and off, but nothing terrible or too distracting. So we made it home in good shape. And again, like I say, got home at about 8:15, sat down, started editing, turned in at midnight, got up the next morning, went to church, went to mass, came back, and then fit everything together just after breakfast and did my final render and upload and that sort of thing. So I heard from Nate Jackson. Hi, Nate. It was great seeing you. And Abene Samant, and they sent along pictures. And we'll show those in an upcoming Monday morning mailbag, because just of my schedule and trying to get everything rendered and everything, I just did not see emails and messages. I kind of disconnect from that so I can get the editing process done. But it was a great, great meetup, and really, really terrific time. A lot of great vendors and artisans there, and really, really had a lot of fun. I've got to sort through a lot of the items that I picked up there. We have some samples and some other items that we're going to include in upcoming giveaways, and that'll be a lot of fun. And all the artisans there were very, very generous, saying, yeah, sure, go ahead, Mark, and take some for giveaways. So that's what we're going to do. And that way you'll have some Sterling soap or some Through the Fire Fine Craft soap and that sort of thing in these upcoming giveaways that we're planning. And a big, big thank you to David Lair once again for, my gosh, again, I was speechless for the wonderful shave bowl set that he created. The wood is gorgeous, and we're going to be giving that away. And also for the brush holder and razor stand that he gave the channel. Boy, oh boy, is that gorgeous. And again, I didn't see it coming. I mean, I was speechless. I'm looking, I'm going, wow. I mean, the generosity of the wet shaving community to this channel is unparalleled. This channel has the best viewers on YouTube, hands down. No kidding at all. So again, a big thank you to David Lair. A big thank you to Charles Smith. We're going to be sharing with you what he showed up with and gave to the channel. Charles, thank you very, very much. And it was just great seeing everyone. So I hope you were able to get up to the Monday morning mailbag this morning. It's a longer episode this morning, almost 2 hours, but I wanted to make sure I got all the clips and segments from the Meetup into today's show rather than break it up into 2 shows and that sort of thing. I just think it's not fair to just kind of include some people and exclude other people for the following week. I wanted to get everything in there and just remember to use the bookmarks in the video description so you can jump to whatever area you want to in the Monday morning mailbag, so you can kind of watch the show and tailor it to your own time schedule. So great to be with you this morning. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. Let's pay a few bills and we'll get the show underway in just a moment. Well, we got this email alert from Alpha Shaving, almost gone. Alpha Spirit pre-order is now open. Last few left for this pre-order. And as they write here, as you know, Alpha Shaving launched the Spirit SE over a year ago. It was initially offered in brushed stainless steel with some small quantities in copper, bronze, and titanium. Now it is time to build another batch. I have opened a pre-order page so you can secure your Spirit before they sell out again. It's pre-order, so you will have to wait a short while before delivery. Every Spirit razor comes with the stand included free. Now, this is a single-edge Artist Club razor, and this is 316L stainless steel, brushed and passivated. The handle is 95 millimeters long and 11 millimeters in diameter. The overall weight is 62 grams or 2.2 ounces. The blade gap is 0.90 millimeters. It's a positive exposure, depends on which Artist Club blade you use. The simple razor stand is an option, and they've tested it with a number of different Artist Club blades: Feather Professional, Feather Super Professional, Feather Soft Guard, Kai Captain, Schick Pro Line P30, that sort of thing. Crafted with precision and passion, this razor combines the traditional charm of a single-edge safety razor with modern, lightweight design, offering an unparalleled shaving experience. The Spirit has incorporated all of the Alpha DNA. It has an all-new handle with some extra length. It has a wide lather slot to die for, sloping away from the face to take that lather firmly offline. Most of all, it is smooth shaving all the way. This razor truly is the Spirit of Alpha. Come on, free your shaves. So that's from Alpha Shaving. Get up there and check it out. Once again, this is the single-edge Spirit razor, and this is the pre-order at Alpha Shaving. Give it a look. Well, we also got this last call from Bull Goose Shaving. Shop all products, save 35% store-wide. This is your last call. We are closing for good on May 1st. Save 35% on all remaining stock by using coupon code LASTCALL at checkout. Although we are out of many items, we still have a healthy supply of brushes, DE blades, and Asylum Shave Works products. Act now to take advantage of this offer before it's too late. So get up to Bull Goose Shaving, because after May 1st, they're not going to be available anymore. And again, remember the coupon code LASTCALL to save 35% store-wide. Oh, by the way, the coupon code LAST CALL is one word, and you spell it capital LAST, capital CALL. Last call, one word. The word last is capitalized, and the word call is also capitalized. Once more, capital LAST, capital CALL, one word. Well, we also got this update from Will at Barrister and Mann. Of course, they were at the Maggard Meetup. But in case you didn't make it, right now you can save 15% all shaving soaps and aftershave splashes from their current stock until tonight at 11:59 p.m. They also have a fresh run of Henson aluminum razors available, light, rigid, and unusually precise for how easy they feel in your hand. If you know them, you know. If you don't, they're worth a look. So there you go, 15% savings from Barrister and Mann until 11:59 p.m. this evening. Give them a look. Well, before I get out of here, I want to recommend a movie to you. At our dinner at Culver's, we were talking about a lot of different subject matters, and the movie Margin Call came up in our discussion. I think I've reviewed this one and recommended it before in the past, but it is terrific. Here's the synopsis. When an entry-level analyst unlocks information that could prove his firm's downfall, his co-workers are forced to choose between money and morality in this high-stakes thriller. It's a terrific movie. It stars Kevin Spacey, Paul Bettany, and Jeremy Irons. Give it a look. Margin Call, highly recommend. Again, it came up in discussion at Culver's, and everyone agreed it's a terrific movie. And those who haven't seen it in our little group, they've got it on their view list. So give it a look. Margin Call, and I believe that's from 2011, starring Jeremy Irons, Paul Bettany, and Kevin Spacey. Well, at the top of the show, I told you I'm using a new coffee mug. Remember that? Yeah, I'm drinking coffee out of it, and guess what? It has a crack in it. Yeah, there is a hairline crack in this thing that goes all the way through the wall of the mug. So you can see where the coffee has penetrated it from the inside to the outside, outlining that hairline crack perfectly. So I have the receipt, and I've sent a message to the Ohio Turnpike folks on their Facebook page because I tried calling right now, and they say 24 hours available, but no one's available in their customer service area. So we'll try here in the next day or so, and hopefully they'll get back to me on this week from their Facebook page. So I'm hoping I can get a replacement mug because it's a nice mug. It really is. And what a shame that it's got this hairline crack. And it's a substantial hairline crack. I've got pictures of it, so we'll probably talk about it in an upcoming Monday morning mailbag, and hopefully everything will get resolved before then. So a terrific mug and a great plaza, the Blue Heron Plaza on the Ohio Turnpike. Really, really terrific. Really wonderfully clean restrooms, and a great gift shop, and very, very nice people that work there. And I'm sure that they'll take care of this as well. So if you're ever along the Ohio Turnpike, Blue Heron Plaza, I highly recommend that stop. And that wraps up another Second Cup. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. I sure hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, please share, please subscribe, and pass it along to a fellow wet shaver or friend. My thanks to everyone who commented and contributed to today's show, and I mean this sincerely. Without you, this microphone would be silent. If Second Cup or the Monday Morning Mailbag aren't showing up in your regular podcast feed, please drop me a line at mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and we'll try to get it all sorted out. So again, thank you all very much. I look forward to getting together with you again on these podcast airwaves. Until then, enjoy the day, enjoy your shave, and enjoy that Second Cup.